Hey guys, this is Omar Acero. So today I'm going to talk about the book that we were assigned to read, the chapters 3 to 5, and the summaries for it. So let's get started. So starting with chapter 3, Imagine the Possibilities. So what I got from it was it focuses on establishing the framework of a project using Common Core or any other state standards. So let's move on. What is most important? So most important is good projects get to the heart of a discipline, and also important processes include designing an investigation and using instruments as a scientist does. What is the big idea? Well, is to review the curriculum standards for your subjects along with the Common Core standards. For example, creating a wiki page that allows students or users to add or edit the content. And lastly, this is very useful for planning and managing projects. Planning for rigor and digital age skills. So there's three things. You analyze, which we examine, explain, investigate, characterize, and classify, etc. We evaluate, and we create. So essential learning with digital tools and the web. So here are some of them is research. So this allows to deep learning with experts, original works, and raw data. Also make ideas visible, express ideas creatively, bring ideas into the open, allows us to talk about it and make meaning. Collaboration. Projects invite collaboration and tools with services bound to help us learn together. And then project management helps us bring coherence to the projects, with tools that support good project management. Reflection and iteration encourages reflection and cycles of improvement. Thoughtful, iterative works becomes excellent work with each revision. And then lastly, support, study, or enrich using open educational resources, which this helps students tap into shared textbooks, courses, curriculum, and other personal learning options as they strike out on their learning path. So that was it for chapter 3. Let's move on to chapter 4, strategies for discovery. So what I got from this was learning through observation and raise questions about what students see in the world around them. Also focusing on selecting and designing projects, learning the process of creating a basic project idea that encompasses your important um, learning aims. So the first one is overcoming pitfalls. So the first one is to avoid is long activity, short on learning outcomes. If the project is the project is busy and long, but reaches small or lower order in learning, it is not worth investing students' time. Another one is technology layered over traditional practice. If the learning aims are lofty and technology helps students reach them, then the technology is essential to the project. Another one is trivial thematic units. This treatment is more narrow and sometimes is not considered project based a project based learning method, and also overly scripted with many steps. Avoid having students with same kind of results and allows them to dictate their own outcome. And the last one is not enough focus on formative assessments. So think about whether it has phases with natural milestones and works products that others can weigh in on and with constructive feedback. So the best projects shared important features. So basically, is the best projects shared the following qualities. So you have loosely designed with projects with the possibility of different learning paths, centered on driving questions, capture students' interests with real life experiences, reach beyond school to involve others. There are structures for students to learn from each other. Calls for interactive works with cycles and feedback, such as with the cycles of feedback, reflection, and revision. And of course, have students learn by doing. So, going into the last chapter is pretty much project-based learning. So, what I got from that was a personalized way of learning. So, the process of project-based learning is questioning, investigating, making sense of what is discovered, ask more questions, and do more research. So, the authentic assessments in project based learning, there are two types. So, there's a formative and summative. The plan of a summative assessment is if students work together and form goals. It's for students to work together and form goals, evidence, and activities you can end up in a with a cohesive plan. So we have objectives, activities, evidence, and then so a plan for a formative assessment is to set milestones, plan check-ins, and progress makers. All right, so this is the end. I hope you guys understood and learned a little bit about what we read about, and these are my references. And well, that's it. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it.